Sex Party with your host, Dustin Rybka.
Hello and welcome to Sex Party. I'm your host, Dustin Rybka. With me on the show this week is super popular cam star Genna James. Genna and I are going to talk about everything you'd want to know about the world of camming, being a cam girl, being a creator who's live for 10 hours a day sometimes. We talk about what it feels like to have an orgasm, to come in front of 8,000 people who are probably jerking off too. We also get into her buying a fuck machine on Black Friday that gave her the most unexpected, profound, bonkers, hard orgasm on cam. She squirted multiple times. The audience went wild. We talk about her collabing with other women on cam and also collabing with her neighbor, where the cum shot is going. Is it a facial? Is it a cream pie? What does she prefer? And does the audience get to choose? She also shares stories about what she is consistently getting requests for on cam, as well as some of the more bonkers things that she has gotten requests for on cam. Believe me, you are not going to want to miss that insane piece of this. We talk about cam room etiquette. And at the end of the episode, I talk to Genna about whether or not she's going to push into mainstream porn. You guys are going to love this one. So without further ado, please enjoy my conversation with Genna James.
This week's conversation.
Genna James, welcome to Sex Party. How are we feeling?
I'm doing good. What is it? Like middle of the afternoon? I'm ready to start my day.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I if I don't have to be up early, I won't. I hate getting up early. So I totally get it. I totally understand.
I used to be very disciplined. I used to be up at like 5 a.m. and then go until 10 p.m. and go to the gym in the morning. But lately it's just like until 11. I love it.
Yeah. So do you think there's truly a benefit of getting up that early? I mean, you can still get the same amount of shit done, right?
I feel like I get less done now that I get up late. When I used to get up at 5 a.m., this is when I went to school and was finishing my degree. I would go to the gym and then go to the studio, get homework done, work on art pieces and things like that. And then I still had like all of this time to do everything else. And it was like, what, only 10 a.m.? And then I'm like, okay, now what?
Oh my God. Yeah.
So I feel like getting up that early actually does add a lot of time into your day, in which I do miss. Because I'm not a late night owl. Like I could be up till like 4 a.m. if I'm, and get the same amount of hours. But, once the sun hits the, ground, I'm just like, I'm out. It's dark out. I'm done.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been like a night person my whole life, and it's like hard to switch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so hard to like go from being Batman to Superman,
Feels, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, I will say sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I have so much time. But then usually by like 1 o'clock, I'm like, everything is, well, not everything, but all this shit's done. Now I'm exhausted. I need a nap, which totally takes away from, whatever. They don't care. They're just like, what the fuck is going on? So full transparency, you and I met this month. Last month at AVN on the red carpet. How was your AVN experience?
My first AVN experience, it was amazing. I feel like that whole flu thing was going around too, so I was sick a little bit before, and I was like still a little groggy, but nonetheless, I think it was really fun and amazing. I did the AVN booth, which was great. I actually, honestly, for not being mainstream, I was very much in everything, and I was pretty surprised about that. So the awards were great. Meeting everybody was awesome. And yeah.
So awesome. You were on the red carpet. I know I asked you and I can't recall. And even if I could recall, we'll do it again. Were you nominated for something? You looked really cool. You had this rock star fucking vibe going.
Oh, thank you. I was nominated for favorite Kim girl. and hottest new creator.
Okay. So those are
Yeah,
two
so two of
big
them.
fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
What did it feel like to be nominated?
Crazy. Especially only being professionally in this industry for under a year. I remember looking at my phone and just like refreshing until they came out. And then they came out, and I was just like, crying, screaming, throwing up.
Who did
All of it.
who did you text or call first?
My husband was currently with me. And he's like, we gotta go out, we gotta celebrate, we gotta do all of this. And I'm like, I'm already in my sweats. I'm like, I want to stay here. And so we ended up going to sushi, but
yes,
he's the one that told everybody. He's the one that just was like, "Oh my gosh, she's up for 2 more awards!"
Dude,
oh
I love this guy already.
I know
He's
he is my
fucking
biggest
awesome.
cheerleader. Yeah,
yeah, and sushi, and hopefully there's some sake involved. Shit.
There should have been. I don't think I got any. I honestly forget, but I was more hyped about the sushi rolls, honestly. But
what's
I
your
think we did go out like drinking later that weekend.
Yeah, you have to celebrate. You have to celebrate. The podcast is nominated for the first time. I think but I didn't realize they were out till late, and I'm in Chicago, so it was like 11 or 12 or something, and whatever. And I think I actually was like, we're doing a shot. like I need the excuse. I would have done a shot anyway, but you know, whatever. I definitely came in here and like fucking ripped a fucking double shot or whatever. What's your go-to sushi order? Like, are you like do you get crazy with it, or is it like more basic shit? Nigiri, rolls?
I love a good roll. I'm not a fan of white fish.
Okay.
I love salmon though, and I always get like anything eel. I love eel.
Love it.
Yeah, I like the individual slices, and then just like any kind of eel roll, any kind of salmon roll. But yeah, I can't do whitefish. No.
What is it?
I think it's the texture for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not just a visual game; it's definitely a texture game too.
Yeah.
And there's levels to that shit. I remember when I first started eating sushi, I couldn't eat any like salmon roll, like salmon egg. Now I'm like, give me all the salmon roll. Give it to me, whatever.
It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it. I'm a sushi obsessive, so you're in good company.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's like unhealthy almost, the amount of time. Like I think about sushi way too much. So let's put it that way. Yeah.
If I could afford to eat it every day, I would.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's say there's some people in the audience, because I'm sure there's some people in the audience now who are here because they know who you are. They're excited. They're your fans. They voted for you in both categories, I'm sure, right? Multiple times daily. They love you, right? But let's say there's some people in the audience who don't know who you are, and they're like, dude, shut the fuck up and let her talk, which I'm going to do. Can you talk about who you are and what it is that you do?
Yeah. I'm sure many people don't know who I am yet. I'm sure a handful of people do. And I think a lot of those are fans that are into live cams. And because that's what I do. I'm a top model on Strip Chat, and I do live cams for like 10 hours a day sometimes. I do my clips and scenes. I've been getting more into like producing my own kind of artistic thing around it, and working with different people. But yeah, I mostly do the cams. I love it. I love talking to chat. I love having like a live stream vibe, and then getting hot and spicy later into it.
Yeah. I mean, lately I've been having more cam girls, cam artists, whatever we're calling. I mean, I think because there's such an art form to sex work, but also cam is very special because it is live. it is, you can see them pouring in or pouring out or both, you know, and Cam seems to be the place where some of the most interesting like requests come from on the show. Like, I just feel like people, maybe it's because they can turn their camera on and go 1-1 with you, and they can do whatever. Like, we've had a lot of people on the show who have talked about some crazy things. What was it about camming that drew you in? That was like, okay, this is interesting. I enjoy this.
I think at first it was the fast return, but even then it wasn't that fast of a return for me because I wasn't doing it professionally. It was more of like an aspect to promote my subscription sites. And it slowly turned into something else of interacting with people one-on-one, being in the moment rather than like knowing I got to go edit and clip something later.
Yeah.
Because that's just, I feel like if that was the case and I kept doing that forever and more so focused on that, my love for it would have died pretty quickly rather than I'd like to like spread it out. But the love of doing cams mostly came from just seeing new people every day and also the same kind of people every day, you know? So I have one user that has been with me since the beginning of being on Strip Chat, and he's still here and he still comes around. I'm sure I'll see the other ones eventually. They always come back, but this guy I see every single day and it's great. And I think it's just a whole different type of connection that I enjoy.
Yeah. So, okay. What would you say? Well, why is Strip Chat your number one? Because there are so many different cam. I mean, there's so many different campsites, and everybody seems to have a favorite, and for different reasons. But you mentioned Strip Chat. You said it was your primary campsite. Why Strip Chat?
Well, I think I have everything on Strip Chat now, even like my collab clips and everything. And
oh wow, okay.
I think I only have one other clip store, in which is not very updated, but everything is on Strip Chat. And I think every cam model will say finding the right platform that works for you, because there's different types of users that will go to different sites.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas, I don't know, can I name drop here?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like not to say anything, you know, wrong or things about the sites, but Streammate is definitely more catered to people that are in one-on-ones or do privates, and I typically see a different kind of clientele over there. And Chatterbait's more of a freebie kind of tube site of just like people will tend to be lurking and never like growing a connection. And where all of these features that Strip Chat has of like a subscription, tiers, fan clubs, things like that, games on there, it just seems more personal, and meeting somebody and connecting with them and then keeping them on the site and only is returned, you know, monetarily through you, you know? So it just has everything in that platform, and also the owners and the team at Strip Chat is just so, they honestly are a huge part of my success because they advocate and want to see me grow, so they will help and keep pushing me. And it's just so nice that they care so much about their models. Like they care so much more than I have seen. And it's great. They have like this whole community Discord for models to communicate and talk, and we can bring it up to technical teams of things that we suggest or want. And I've never had that kind of like support through any other site, honestly. Like half the sites don't even know it exists because there's so many users.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, especially like, I mean, watch this name drop. Like, especially fucking OnlyFans. Like, they don't have shit for shit. And like, there's no model support, no model anything. There's no support for anyone over there. So I totally understand. Also, Strip Chat threw a fucking banging party with Holly Randall in Hollywood during XBiz. So much fun. They took over at Dave and Buster's, for fuck's sake.
That was incredible.
Didn't realize I could have that. Like, the only other time I've had that much fun at Dave and Buster's, I was like blacked out drunk. You know.
I mean, there was also an option to do that there too.
I mean, I didn't get blacked out, but like, what was cool about that party was they gave you, there was like food everywhere. All the
Mm-hmm.
games were free. There was a fucking DJ and a band at one point, right?
Oh, it was so
And
cool.
red carpet, the whole nine. And they gave you drink tickets. And coming from like a nightlife background, I thought it was so brilliant. Like, well, how has no one ever thought of this? They gave you 2 drink tickets, but then 2 hours in, you would think that it would flip to cash bar. No. It flipped to fucking open bar, but only after 2 hours, which is like
That's
money.
crazy.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So much fun. So much fun.
Honestly, I saw it was probably the most enjoyable industry party that I have been to. Like I'm sure we went to all of them, of the white party, the red party, and all of these things that these companies throw, and it just seems like it's the same thing over and over and over. And it was so refreshing to actually have an activity to do with the people around you and not feel pressure to do it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like weird, awkward mingling in which of lurking around. So it was fun, and it made me like feel more connected inside of the people that did attend.
Yeah. And I got my ass whooped in air hockey so bad. It's like I'm actually still embarrassed. So
Really? What's your favorite
God.
arcade game, or one that you're really good at?
So depending on the day,
Yeah.
but like I'm old school. Like I'm a Mortal Kombat guy. I couldn't find it there because it's probably like phased out because it's old.
Yeah.
But like, there's some new version I'm sure the kid roll. But like, I'm a classic kind of guy. Like, Mortal Kombat's my fucking jam. I did a lot of like the the gun, the alien, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought I was good at skee ball, but like that's not real.
I can see that. Yeah.
Fucked up bad, like real bad. But I had an ex who was like really competitive with air hockey, and we used to just like, right? And like whatever. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna play this person in air hockey. I'm just gonna whoop their ass. I lost, and I shit you not. I have to be honest. Like I lost 7 games in a row.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's fucking terrible. So terrible. Yeah. It was really bad. And so, yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, Strip Chat knows how to throw a party, obviously. And we love Holly Randall. She's an OG. And so they teamed up with her. And it's interesting what you say about the different sites for different things, because it does seem true. Like if you want a certain thing, you go to Jerkmate. If you want to, whatever, you go to you go to like you said, like Chatterbait. And I know a lot of people have been on the show. They started they're like mainstream porn stars now, but they started their careers, on
cams.
Yeah, like Chatterbait, Jerkmate, fucking Strip Chat, all of that. What's crazy is like just the psychology of like running a room on cam. It's just, to me, is so fascinating because you have to appeal to all these different people's things, but then the ones who like what you're doing will congregate and like start echoing each other's requests or whatever. So what is your typical room like? Like what kind of stuff are you doing?
Well, I usually do the same kind of show 2 times a day. That way, if somebody's like in the East Coast, they can see me earlier or later and whatever. I'm marketing towards different people in different areas.
Yeah.
But we usually just sit out and chat and hang out. Some models might say I do a lot for free, but I guess I do it for free because I love it. And it just comes naturally. But I do a lot of dirty talking and addressing inside of the public chat, which is mostly just teasing.
Yeah.
And then we go into like a ticket show where all like the naughty stuff happens, in which piques people's interest and want to join and things like that. There's some days where I'm really lazy and I'll just play video games and talk to people. Some days we don't even like get naughty at all, but some days it's all jokes and nothing else. And then there's days where people just don't talk, and that I think gets to a lot of people's heads and how to navigate that, because it does get frustrating. But I would say it's different every day. You never know what you're going to expect.
Yeah. So is it you usually in like lingerie or something, or a bikini or something, or what do you do usually do?
Honestly, I would. But
The tit factor.
the tit factor. Yeah. I love
Possible
wearing my
episode
push-up
title.
bra. Yeah. I love wearing my push-up bra.
Right.
And usually that's just what brings people in, and they're like, but and then I'm like, but usually I just like I'm fully clothed. I don't get unclothed unless we're in a ticket show. And it's like, it's 8 tokens. You can see my holes for 8 tokens. That's like 5 cents. Okay.
Yeah, come on, guys.
But
Jesus.
as a model, you have to learn how your site pushes you and the algorithms behind it, and which is a very much trial and error. So like, I'm going to close things off for 8 tokens because that's going to push to more people because it's a lower amount, you know?
Yeah.
If everybody's coming in and seeing what it's doing, because they're like, oh, I can afford this, you know? So there's never a dull moment.
No, I doubt. You seem like someone who'd be like just a blast to hang out with in general. So, you know.
There's times I crash out on cam, though. There's sometimes I crash out on cam.
I know, but you're human too. Come on. You know?
True.
Yeah. Okay, so you said some models say that you give away too much, like in an unticketed show. So it's like that's basically like them saying like you're showing too much the tit factor, and like, you know, dirty talking or something like that.
I mean, every model is going to do something differently, and that's just what works for them, right?
Yeah.
I know a majority would never PM on the side or give a dirty talking request or something for free. And honestly, I just get bored sometimes, and I will just do it. Yeah. And it's also like a fun factor for me, like just reaching out to somebody in my room that's for free and just being like, hey, what are you doing here? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. But some models don't work that way, and that's totally okay.
Yeah.
I found that it brings me more joy when I interact more, even if, you know, other people charge for it.
Yeah. I mean, it also shows that I think that you're into it. You know what I'm saying? And that's like an important.
Oh, I'm in it for the love of the game. Okay.
Okay. And I'm not fucking outing anybody, right? But some people will just say that shit, right? And like,
yeah,
you can tell. It's all in the eyes, guys. You can tell if someone's like really into it and really not. And like, you seem like someone who would be really into it. And obviously, no one's doing anything for 10 hours if they don't enjoy it. So there's that. Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Well, okay. Well, the thing is, maybe this is too much TMI, but I guess it works for the show.
Sure.
I don't remember the last time I masturbated off cam.
Really?
So I think there's also this kink for me of being watched and knowing that 8,000 people are watching me and jerking it to me.
Yeah.
And being like, that is so hot. And there's also another factor of like, there's this group of individuals that are really into it every stream to edge me to get to there. And I think, you know, I'm going on there basically now just to come.
Okay.
And I love that. Okay. And there's some kind of like pleasure inside of that, like kink that I didn't even realize until recently.
Yeah.
And, you know, just logging on into your job. The job's the second factor for me at this point.
Yeah. You got to get that nut. Yeah. You got to get that nut.
Yeah, exactly.
Genna. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, it sounds like it fucking became like a kink or a fetish at this point, which is great for everybody else. Do you remember the first time you came on cam?
No. Honestly, I have memories of a goldfish at this point. I can tell you the first time. Well, I recently got a fuck machine. Maybe six months ago. I was like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna
Go all in.
Oh yeah, go all in. I think it was like, maybe it was Black Friday sale or something. And I was like, okay, this makes sense to get it.
Yeah.
And I can tell you the first time that I remember coming from the fuck machine, and that shit's always different.
Okay. Tell me that story. So you buy, okay, Black Friday fuck machine sale. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So you're like,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this. I'm a cam girl. I don't have one yet.
Yeah.
So then you find the one you want. You look at the
Yeah.
reviews. You ask your friends, right?
I just bought it. I was
Okay.
like, I have every single Lovin's toy. I have their whole freaking line at this point. And it's like, it's the only one I don't have, and this one I want. And so I got it, and we used it. And everybody was super excited for it.
I bet.
It is. I'm not a squirter. Okay, I don't do the waterworks. But this one, it could definitely get me there. And it happened maybe twice. And I'm a water sports person. It doesn't work for me.
Wow. Okay. So,
but it was amazing. It was life-changing.
So the first time you used it was on cam?
Yeah.
Shit.
You can't masturbate with this thing.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
Okay, so you hook this thing up, you're excited. You go into like a ticketed show, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you teased it in the general.
I don't even know if I think we just went right into the ticket show because I was way too excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you assume the position, you hit the button, and then what happens?
Well, no, actually, so I hook it up. So the way in which Lovin's toys work, especially for cam girls, because they are toys you can use for long distance play.
Okay.
You can hook them up to the software. So StripChat has a software to read Lovin's toys,
nice.
in which every tip activates the toy.
Okay.
So they are tipping and basically are playing with me as this thing's going off. So it's very interesting to see how people use it, and if people have used it before, and then they kind of get like all confused of how it works or whatever. And yeah, so they're doing the work there.
Okay, so it's like pay for pump.
Pay for pump, yeah. At the Tit Factory, for sure.
At the Tit Factory. The Tit Factor, pay for pump. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
The episode titles are just writing themselves. We love an episode like this. So yes. They pay, and then obviously then someone goes crazy, and you're just getting rocked, right?
Yeah.
From the front or from the back the first time?
I think it was the front.
Okay.
In my cam room, I very much focus on angles and experience in that way. It's more of like a cinematic factor of like, but the only one I knew how to set up at that point is just kind of like far away. So, did it from the front, and yeah, it was life-changing. It was great.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a second. Okay, so this is happening and like a couple minutes go by, or is it longer than that?
Oh, I'm sure it just went like done. But that did not stop us for the last 3 hours.
Okay, so in your head, this is your first time using this thing, and they're going fucking crazy.
Ham. Yeah, they haven't seen it that way before. Yeah,
right. And so they're just going nuts, just like throwing money, right?
Yeah.
And this thing is like pounding you out, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking come, and then you squirt.
Yeah, basically. That was the first time. And that was crazy. It doesn't happen too much anymore.
Yeah.
Now it is a luxury to get it out. Respectfully.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, like I have still so many more toys that people like. It's interesting to see certain clients come in, where people or regulars come in and they like specific toys and specific angles. So I know exactly what to get out for them, especially if they're long time like viewers and stuff. But that one's one of my favorites to get out for sure. The fuck machine. Yeah. So it is a bitch to carry around. Oh my God. I would not bring it anywhere.
Yeah, no, you got to keep that shit in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does it take for you? Did like just a bunch of people requesting and paying for you to get that thing out?
It's more of a tip item menu. my item menus are cheaper than most, but I guess again, I'm in it for the love of the game.
Yeah, for
But yeah,
sure.
they tip to get it out. Maybe if I'm feeling really freaky, I'll be like putting it out for free of like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that says a lot why you're so successful in getting nominated for things, is because, you can tell that you enjoy it. And even if you enjoyed it, but you let the factor of like no one's tipping or kind of stop you from at least going in that direction, I feel like,
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get distracted by my cat coming in. You can
No,
hear.
it's okay. It's okay. Okay. So what are the most, cause you can go 1-1 with somebody and like they can activate their video and like all the things. What are the most common requests you get just overall, like on strip chat, on cam?
I would say with a private.
Let's do private first, and then I'll ask about public.
Okay. Privates are very different because they're very specific, but often it's just I feel like at this point people are very eager just to get off and not wait for the ticket show.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare that I get weird requests. But they do happen. I would say in public it's just like dirty talking, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not much request, it's more of a vibe. It feels like a huge like viewer orgy.
Yeah. 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 It fucking sounds like a viewer orgy for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you did bring up, that was gonna be my next question. It was like the weirdest. And again, like I don't kink shame. I know you don't kink shame either. But what is like the most bizarre kind of bonkers request that you've got anywhere on cam?
I have two that come to mind.
Okay.
One, I had a viewer that would continuously come back, and it is a hard topic, but I don't know if it was a kink or something. I was very new to this. I was very new to of like why this kink, what it is for them psychologically for this.
Mm-hmm.
In which I never knew how to respond in the one-on-one. Okay, but this guy would. Can I go into details?
Yeah, we have an.
Okay. I know, and there's been worse ones as to what is it like. Somebody put that on them. That wasn't on my campsite, but that has been a weird one.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a hard one, especially like for a male to hear that, and I bet you feel that. I bet you feel that, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm also wondering, like, okay. Or is that like?
I think it's like a prolonged. He keeps doing it.
Yeah.
In which he eventually become infertile, and like getting to know him more personally.
Yeah.
He didn't feel like he deserved to come. So I guess it gets to a point where you just like nothing comes out, nothing's produced or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think still to this day I don't know the whole details behind of why he did it.
Yeah.
But I guess he trusted me enough to do it with him.
That's insane. Like
it is insane. It's interesting that everybody comes to me for dommy mommy shit, and I'm not. I get the tattoos and like the Aries kind of like aura.
Sure.
But I am not.
Okay. Okay. Well, hold on. Hold that thought before we get to that, because I'll ask you the second. But like, so they would do whatever act it was that was. Because when I think like someone like actually go like like whatever, right? So like they were like,
that was more of just like a picture.
oh,
and that was a different instance. That was a different person, but those are the two weird ones that I've gotten.
Yeah.
But the one before that would, yes, he would jerk off. He would feel it, nothing would come out.
Oh man. Well, you know,
and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. What's crazy about that is if that's your kink, eventually you're not going to be able to do it, because eventually, you know, you're going to achieve the like the chemical whatever.
I think you'll still be able to feel the sensation, but then again, like I didn't look too much into that kink as to why. I think at that point I'm just like, not gonna do that again.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Every time I ask that question, this is what I mean about cam. Like cam is like, it's different, because I'll ask you that question on other stuff once we get there, but like it's just different in cam. I don't know, there's just a different kind of vibe that's going on cam, and I think it's because it's in real time. There's just something about
and it's with the person one-on-one, and it's like they're getting like, how much porn can you find? I guess like it's just, or like feeling not worthy to come in a way, and you know, so it depends on the model's limits as well. I'm at a hard limit where I just can't do anything dommy mommy anymore. I just can't. So I think there's certain requests that you just can't find in clips or tubes or studios, in which that's why they come to cams. Or they just have like a fascination with, you know, the girl that's on cam and wants to have it from them.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so you're more of submissive then.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
In real time, yes. Like in my own personal sex life, yes. I love being a pillow princess.
Okay.
On cam, I love to play this role of being degraded, which is interesting, but I think it works well.
Tell me why it's interesting.
I think from what I've seen, a lot of the users that come into my room are more alpha dommy kind of thing, and which they maybe are shy to express this side of them inside of their own personal sex lives to their partner, their wives, their girlfriends, their hookups, or whatever. And it's a space for them to actually use that degrading kink in real time with somebody that's comfortable with using it. Of course, there's a limit for myself and what I will and will not say, but, you know, saying of like, you know, like a cum slut or like things like that. Like, yeah, I definitely give them that kind of experience, and it works well.
Yeah.
I love acting stupid and, you know, begging for it on cam.
Okay, so yeah, that tracks. Like that tracks like with a submissive kind of
there's more of like a real factor of like who I am outside of this. And bringing it, but altering it a little bit inside of cam.
Yeah.
Because I would never love to be degraded in bed with my husband, you know? Like, no, don't do that. But I could definitely do it and act this role. In a sense, online.
So does that, like the more you push it, when you go to your limits of being like degraded, demeaned, that kind of thing, like does that get you off? Like are you coming from that? Or is it more a role you're playing?
No, it's more of a role, and you specifically find that in the one-on-ones, kind of like the guys that just want to get off and whatever, and they want to use that. I think when the ones that stick around to the ticket show, they're the ones that just love pleasuring women and want to see me get off. You know? The degrading ones, it's typically my quick privates and things like that. And it's nice because I get to have like different things that I'm into in different lights at different points in my session. You know? Like I'm not bringing this like degrading factor inside of our ticket show because that's not like the vibe anymore. You know? So I think being a cam girl is also like reading the room.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, right? Like it's and that's what's crazy is like when you said like 8,000 people, right? And like what a power there is to like be getting off to 8,000 people fucking getting off or whatever. But at the same time, it's 8,000 people who might be broken up into different categories of Avengers teams who want different things, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you have to read the room, I would imagine.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard because maybe what works for the day is not going to work for later in the show. And maybe if there's some aspect that's being like brought into it or trickles down later on, then it fails. Like it's hard to navigate, and it's all strategy. But ultimately, at the end of the day, is to come have everybody come.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So on cam, like, do you find that sometimes you have these really big shows and then other times it's just like no one's around, or is it consistently pretty big?
I can say that in the summer it is because, dopamine's flowing, everybody's wanting to have a good time, off from college or things like that. It's just summer's more of a time as us humans, we like to spend money and experience things rather than winter times.
Yeah.
I've heard February, this is my first full year as like a cam model and seeing all the seasons. February is definitely one of the slowest months, in which if nobody is tipping or talking inside of my room off, or I'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna just do whatever today, and so if you guys stick around, you guys stick around. But otherwise I'll go and focus on something else. But I feel like I lost track of the question.
No, I just want, but some people say like sometimes like you can never pinpoint how big a show is going to be based on the last show.
That's true, yes. And I think that's also another strategy as a cam model of like knowing what times do work for you.
Yeah.
Like I know that from 1 to 4 I need to be online because it sets me up for the day and it reaches my goal.
Yeah.
I never miss from that time frame because I know that's my busiest. Whether I choose to keep going after that, it's a hit or miss of what it could happen, but I just know from certain times that it will be busy.
Yeah.
Then again, knowing certain events that are happening, like after the Super Bowl, everybody's drunk. They want to get online. They want to end their day. So that also is another strategy. But sometimes it's unexpected to just having a dead room. Yeah. So you don't know why.
Did you tear it up after the Super Bowl? Did you make a bunch of money?
I think it was during the Super Bowl.
I bet that game was kind of slow.
I was hearing about like the halftime show, and I'm like, okay, slay. I think after the game ended, I had one regular come in that I see often. He was drunk. He was pissed off that the Seahawks lost. Right?
Wait, the Seahawks won.
Seahawks won. Oh yeah, they won, and that the Patriots lost. He's a Patriots fan. And he was saying something about like fuck Chris Hemsworth or something, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? And it's just like he got so mad, and he's like, fuck, I don't care. My credit card's gonna like deal with this. And wanted to like have fun and drunk. I don't know.
That's hilarious. Wow.
But definitely a little bit after the Super Bowl, I got a hit of it, but I think I was more in the middle.
Yeah. I don't know. Wonder what Chris Hemsworth had to do with anything. Why are you why are you bitching about Thor, bro?
I don't know. And everybody in the chat was confused.
I bet.
Everybody's like, okay.
Yeah. So on cam, how crazy has it gotten? Like, just is it toys? Is it you masturbating? Have you done like girl stuff? Have you done like partnered stuff with the partners? Like how nuts has it got?
Yeah, I think this is a whole story that I love sharing. My husband does come online with me. I think when we first introduced him, we wanted to keep the separation of me being in a relationship because we didn't want to ruin the fantasy for other people.
Sure.
So we gave him the role of a neighbor. Okay. Everybody,
Nice.
Neighbor's pretty typical inside of porn.
Yeah.
But I think what gets me about this story is we created such lore for him And it's gotten to the extent of lore that we brought one of our mutual friends inside the ticket show too, and she played the role of his girlfriend. And then this girlfriend got so pissed off that he comes over to collabs with me that she needed to be involved. And now she's pissed off every time he comes over here.
Oh my God.
And that's why we don't see her anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So still to this day, he is believed to be the neighbor.
Love it.
Somehow this neighbor comes into every group show, and I'm just surprised how nobody's figured it out yet. Maybe they have and they don't want to ruin their own illusion.
Yeah.
But yeah, my collabs on stream are very strategic of what would work for me.
Mm-hmm.
And especially other people. There's another top model on there who's grown to be one of my best friends. And every time that we do a collab together, it completely blows the site up at this point. And just the dynamic and energy really works, whereas some other ones don't really hit. But it's still something I'm trying to explore in 2026 of more collab streams.
Yeah. No, I think that's fucking awesome. That's fascinating. So okay, when the neighbor comes over, like, and so they're paying to watch you have sex with, or for the neighbor to fuck you or whatever, right? Like, do you give them a choice of like where the cum shot goes, or is it all like predetermined?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I knew it was a good question. Yeah.
There's times, depends how you really got to roll with the flow of how things are going inside those shows.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's hard to set up goals and items and things to do and whatever, and you're really just like running with how chat is interacting with it.
Mm-hmm.
Typically I do the rule of whoever's the highest tipper can tip the cum shot.
Okay.
With limitation, obviously, but that's usually how it is. But I don't know, some of those shows are just all so different.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, no pun intended, I feel like it would be a very fluid situation because you would want to, because I mean,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
But there's like a lot of things happening, right?
Yeah. So, and it's hard for me to just keep track of it, of what's going on.
Yeah, you're getting fucked, so it's hard to like, hold on, I gotta read this.
My God, no, it's like I'm getting fucked and all of a sudden I'm an IT technician and then I'm just doing moderation and then it's just like I'm the cameraman as well and I'm like,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's
so usually I just put it away and I'm just like, hey guys, this is what we're doing, if you tip for it if you want.
So where do they usually prefer the cum shot? Is it a facial thing? Is it a cream pie thing? Is it a tit thing?
I haven't done a cream pie one yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly a facial. Sometimes we hook up a POV cam.
Nice.
Which should other times I set up more of an angle shots, and it typically ends up usually being a face shot. When I did my last collab, and this was during AVN, I did the AVN kickoff stream, and I was with Marley, my other top model friend that I collab with. The cum shot was.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it was a half facial.
Yeah.
But that one was that one cooked.
I bet. Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, I think what you're doing is like, it almost feels. You mentioned the word cinematic earlier, and to me, you could tell that you do take care in like the aesthetic ways, in the horny ways, in like the fact that we're talking about like, the cum shot and the way that it, is aesthetic one way and the cameras to use and the lighting and like whatever. Like, so it's clearly obvious. Like, I think what you're doing is like really innovative and like cinematic, and you're clearly like still learning like what works. And like, I could see you pushing into many, many different areas. So sex party round of applause for that. We love that.
Thank you. I mean, I'm thinking at it as like a way of how porn is shot, because you have certain angles in which you get a porn that are very like, key to the plot, Yep. So there's definitely different angles inside of my room that are like key to the show that need to happen. And I'm really thinking about like what would somebody see on porn? How can I get this angle on cam and keep it like fluent rather than just like on a tripod or on top of my laptop? So behind me right now is like there's a rig right here that can move up and down. There's one down here that can move up and down to the side, and there's lights around. And then I have this like little mini gobo right here. Nice. So I'm using like everything of like and switching to cams of how to do it.
Yeah. Fuck, you're basically Quentin Tarantino of cam.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino porn. I don't know.
Yeah, we love that. We love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you prefer your partner, like the guy, to come? Like, are you like a facial person? Are you a cream pie person? And this can be in your work. This can be in real life. It doesn't matter. But where do you prefer it the most?
Well, I only do work with my husband.
Sure.
And whether he does stuff on the side or not, it's his thing. But where I prefer that is, I don't know, face shots are always hot. They're always like a good like after shot. As a cream pie probably wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I love a good face shot. There's one recently that I did and I was like, damn, I look really hot in that.
Yeah, because it's like,
whereas like if it was on my stomach, it's like, okay, it's in the belly button and the butt.
Yeah. I mean, well, first of all, facials are so like, it's like a slutty kind of demeaning thing, but also like there's an aesthetic to it that looks like fucking super awesome. So I totally know what you mean. It's like a fucking yeah.
But like in my personal life, definitely inside of me. But it just doesn't look as hot like on cams and stuff.
Yeah,
even like
sure.
the clips, it doesn't look as good unless you're like fabricating it. But
well, yeah. There's a whole other process involved with that, Yeah. Okay, so are you also doing like OnlyFans and Fansly and shit like that, or no?
I should be doing more, but it is so hard being a one-woman show and being on cam for like 8 to 10 hours and then chatting and then making clips and then editing. And it's still a work in progress of how to get myself away from this one thing and putting my basket somewhere else or my time into somewhere else. I do clips and I do collabs, and it's at this point it's more of like an artistic expression rather than like that's my main bread and things that I want to explore, people that I want to work with. But I hope to do more in 2026. I recently found like this vlog style that I've been doing, and I did this in AVN. We ran around the Las Vegas Strip. I was trying to find an outfit for the white party.
Nice.
And all three of us, and we just ended up fucking in different bathrooms and rating them.
I love that.
I ended up making it like a vlog style, because like that TikTok where she's like, I'm gonna go shit in the Gucci store, and then she rates it.
Yeah.
It was basically that.
Just with sex. Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, and it was like, so I feel like I didn't have to like go fully into editing and stuff, and it was just very like simple of how you would make a TikTok, and I want to do more of that in 2026 if I'm doing more clips.
I mean, again, it's innovative, and I feel like you being on cam kind of plugs you into in real time like what people are into. And I mean, if you just like flick on fucking YouTube and look at, or TikTok or fucking Instagram and see, oh, what's popular, what if I did a porn version of that, or whatever. It's smart. It's really smart. Yeah,
I've been trying to record streams in certain parts of it and putting them like the safer work versions up on Instagram and stuff as the recaps of my streams.
Nice.
But live streams don't really sell very well. They don't do very well on OnlyFans, and maybe put them up on Pornhub or something. But those people they want to be inside the cam. They don't want to see a recap of it.
Yeah, it's kind of, and I've seen a lot of people like record a live stream that is kind of wild, like on their OnlyFans, and then for some reason they'll delete it or something, maybe because like the person they worked with is no longer around or something. But like, I've seen that a lot. I've seen a lot of girls like on Instagram, like, hey, me and so are about to fucking get it on, like go to OnlyFans, and then they'll do it, they'll record it, they'll put it out, but then like they'll delete it after a while. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some cam girls do it in a way in which they have a whole team of like people recording with like cameras next to the stream as like an individual, and then putting that into like a whole video itself.
Yeah,
which is cool. I wish I had the facilities for that, but it's only if we had the cloning option, you know, I could do that.
Oh no, we're not gonna bring that up. Okay, full transparency, we had kind of a dark conversation before we started recording, and I'm not gonna fucking bring it up here, but it has to do with current events in the world, potentially that took place on an island, and we'll leave it at that. Yeah.
I'm sorry for bringing it up.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I have an editor. We could edit it out anyway, but what the fuck ever. Well, I want to ask you, what advice would you have for a dude? I'm going to switch this up because usually maybe I'll ask the other one too. What advice would you have for a dude who's new to camming? They want to come in and they want to like throw some money around. They don't know what's up. They don't know the rapport. They maybe they want to be a little demeaning and shit. Maybe they want to be demeaned. How do they go about anything on cam? Like, what's the fucking rules of the road?
I think anything with the men inside this industry, it's going to be 10 times harder. And because the market of who is watching porn is men.
Right. Well, no, I meant like fans. Like, let's say like they've never signed up for Chatterbait and like came and jerked off to like a cam girl before. Like, what advice do you have for them so they can be like fucking polite and like get what they want without
Okay.
yeah.
Have fun. Don't demand.
Okay.
Don't just sit there and chat and demand and not tip your entertainer. The way that in which we see initiative of you wanting to build a connection with us is the way in which you respect us. Asking things before consent. Is this okay with you? Can we do this? What are your thoughts about it? This is really hot. You know, if a model expresses like dirty talking is okay in their chat room for free, great. Do that. Don't go over extreme, you know?
Yeah.
Don't be annoying. I think it's even just like the same like thing of how to treat somebody in real life. And, you know, you want to treat them with respect and be polite. Yes, there's a little horniness around it, but like, don't let your dick talk.
Yeah. Don't let your dick talk.
I actually had somebody come in the other day in which strip chat, they use me as an ad. So I pop up under the hub or something.
Sure.
You know? A user came in and he's like, oh, I was on Pornhub and now I'm here, I guess. And he's like, I couldn't not sign up. Like, I need to know what this is about. And he like signed up within like 5 minutes, got tokens and whatever. And he was like the most respectful individual I have ever had that just immediately signed up and was new to cams.
Wow.
He never has been on a campsite before.
That's awesome.
But it was crazy of like, if you can treat your model and your entertainer like a person, like they're going to want to have more fun with you.
Gee, what a concept. You know? What a fucking concept, right?
I know, right? Like, don't be mean to your barista or they're going to spit in your coffee.
Yeah, or worse, right? Fucking piss in your coffee. Well, they might like that, though. They might like to spit in the coffee, too. Dude, maybe they're doing that on purpose.
Oh, my God. Maybe.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Well, I mean, everyone talks... This is what I love about porn and camming and all these things is like, you're using it the wrong way, dude. Like my porn's not real. Cam's not real. Thank fucking God. Like use it to practice being nice and respectful and still being able to fucking get your nut off. You know what I mean? Don't be a fucking dick. Like, why, like reverse engineer all that shit you've been you know, all the fucking wrong shit, whatever, right?
Yes, definitely. And I also think that depends on like the room in which you're going into, where some of it is a fantasy and some of it is not. Some of it's a mix of both. And but no matter what room you go in, every model is going to demand respect because, that's just not how you treat people IRL.
Yeah. No, I know, right? Okay, two final questions. One, can you give some advice to the girlies who might be listening or watching, if we're still on fucking YouTube at this point, on how like to start camming and like what are, like what's a good way in?
That is just anything. With anything, it's just a start. Whether it's making TikToks, whether it's doing YouTube, whether it's cleaning your room, just fucking start. And maybe you don't know how to do it first, but you will get an understanding of how the software in which your site, whoever you choose, is on and how it works. But I think the biggest thing is there's two big things. Money does not happen overnight, even if you have like a great success. Like, sure, you will see a pop off because you're new. Guys that have been on that site for ages are getting so excited when they get to see a new girl.
Yeah. Freshman class.
Yeah, exactly. So, even though there's a pop of return, there's going to be a pivot in which it slows down. And that's where you need to figure out strategy and keep going because it's not quick money. It's never quick money. No. And you got to operate yourself in your room like a coffee shop. You're open from X amount of hours, having fun for X amount of hours, whether it's slow, rainy, things like that. You got to just hit the grind,
Yeah.
But the most advice I have is just to start.
Well, I mean, fuck, another sex party round of applause. Fucking, yeah, I mean, you nailed it so well, and then you gave like this emotional thing too, like just start, right? But then here's some tangibles. Fucking love that. I could talk to you for hours. I'm gonna invite you back on the show once we stop recording because I this is like fucking, I can't even believe it's been an hour. But final fucking question. Do you think that do you have any desire to push into mainstream porn eventually?
I have thought about it, and if I did it, I would do girl. There's these political beliefs about working with other male talent as of right now. Especially, not being, there's this, maybe we say this conversation for the next time, but I've never been one to be like, but girls turn me on the most, so I'd rather do girl porn in mainstream. But there's never a desire not to leave strip chat. I think I will always be on there, whether it's for like 3 hours and I end up going up somewhere else or whatever. I will definitely always stay with the cams.
Love it.
In some facet.
Yeah, no, we love it. And thank you so much for being on the show. Genna James, let's tell these horny party going sons of bitches in the audience where not only can they find you like on social media like Instagram and fucking Twitter and all the things if you're still on Twitter, wherever, but where they can find you online and just like dump out like barrels of cash like all over you.
Definitely. Well, you can find my Instagram at my punk girlfriend, punk spelled weird, PNK GF. Twitter or X, PNK girlfriend, regular girlfriend. But mostly you can find me live, one-on-one, and in real time at stripchat.com/Genna James. Made it easy for that one. I made it easy there.
Yeah. Well, we love it. We can't wait to have you back. But thank you so much for being on the show with me this week.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Huge thank you to my guest, Genna James, for being with me on the show this week. Make sure you take some cash, go over to Strip Chat, enjoy yourself. Isn't that what this is all about? Just you heard what she's offering over there, all and how giving she is. Go have some fun. If you're loving guests like Genna, you want to see Genna again, she will be back in the future. But let's just say you're loving all the guests. You're still on board with all my wacky, kooky, weird shit as a host. How can you show all of that love and appreciation, but also like make sure you never miss a new episode every single Wednesday? How can you achieve these two objectives with one swing of the axe? I have no idea what that means. But if you're listening to this on platforms like Apple and Spotify, you could leave a rating, you could leave a review. I appreciate those things dearly. They mean a lot to me. But instead, what I'd rather have you do is just subscribe to the show. So that way you never miss a new episode every single Wednesday, especially if you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts or you think you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts. Apple Podcasts has been doing this thing where they've been unsubscribing people to certain shows for whatever reason. We don't know why. So go to Apple Podcasts, go to Sex Party with Dustin Rybka. In the upper right-hand corner, if you see a pause button, I got news for you. You've been unsubscribed. Your subscription has been paused. Tap the pause button, toggle on down to resume subscription, resume download, whatever. Boom, you are resubscribed. If you're watching on YouTube, I love you. I see you. I appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, do you go to campsites? Do you blow cash on campsites? Do you hang out? Tell me all the things. I want to know. Let me know in the comments. What's your favorite campsite? She's on Strip Chat. She loves that one. But what's your favorite campsite? Let me know in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to show some love, some hate, some desire, some rage, some confusion, some sort of emotion towards the show, how can you do that? But also make sure you never miss a new episode every single Wednesday. Well, if you want to like this video, you can like this video. You could dislike this video too. You could do that to all the videos, to be honest. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment, positive or negative, on this video, on all the videos. I will respond to your comment. We'll have a back and forth. We'll do it up. We'll have a conversation. But the most important thing that you can do, no matter how you're feeling towards the show, is make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss a new episode every single Wednesday. I'm always available in the DMs on Instagram, and I will see you all right back here next week.
Thanks for listening. The party continues next week. Click subscribe and let's make this a regular thing. Follow the show on Instagram and Twitter at Sex Party FM. Follow Dustin at Dustin Rybka.